All right, are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are ready for this because this is gonna blow your mind.
That dude in the hairpiece the whole time, that was Bruce Willis.
Nice little tie there, man.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm done.
Drop the mic.
Leave it on a high.
Well, here we are, guys. You ready?
We're back.
No. Talk about. Ready to talk about some Disney?
Disney.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
When
Disnizzle.
you wish upon
Lot to
a
talk about there.
star,
They own everything these days.
Yes, they do.
makes
And they're
no
going to keep acquiring.
difference. We should
Wolverine is
harmonize
a
it.
Disney princess now.
Wolverine is not a Disney princess. Jesus, we did. We have had a debate about Disney princesses,
Right,
between all of us, and what makes a Disney princess. And I don't know if I want to get into that again because that was a traumatic experience to me.
I mean, we can say that Genie could be a Disney princess.
No, I'm not
No.
buying it.
Because
Is everything
Jasmine
okay with Nate?
was the princess.
All right, wait.
No.
So where do we jump in then?
But
if we're
him
not
and-
gonna
him and
discuss this
Carpet.
controversial
Okay.
minefield of a topic?
He had a sidekick.
How do we jump in?
Yep.
I want to start actually because Rob recently in one of our episodes him and Casey and I were talking about Disney movies, and Rob was like, "Oh, Disney didn't really have shit in the '80s."
What?
So
What?
I pulled up a list,
Oh,
and there's
shit.
a lot on this list.
He's
but
ready to throw
I'm gonna
down.
name like the big stuff that they had out in the
This
'80s.
is anything Disney, though. Live action, cartoon,
Wait, anything good or anything?
television
What's that?
shows.
It was animated.
Animated still. It's okay. So just animated because I was gonna bring up Tron, but that's not animated. So,
I
Fox,
forget that's Disney.
The Fox and the Hound,
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
the Black Cauldron,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't all that successful though.
The Great Mouse Detective,
Oh,
That
God, that's
was
one of my favorites.
That was pretty big.
Oliver and Company,
One of my favorites.
The Little Mermaid.
Not one of my favorites.
So I mean, don't talk shit.
Under the sea.
I got the seat.
See, I thought
Ariel.
I was wrong because I thought Little Mermaid was like early 90s.
89.
I guess not.
89.
It's 89.
It's close.
Wow,
Yeah.
very close. Very close.
I just wanted to get that out of the
You
way
know,
because
He
Rob's
just wanted
wrong.
to prove.
The mouse, the Mouse Detective surprises me though.
The Great Mouse
I
Detective.
thought that was the 90s
No,
for sure.
I
80s.
love that movie.
Boy. So let's start with the obvious question. What is your favorite Disney movie?
Dang, that's a good one.
All right, well, Greg,
You can start.
I'm gonna say Beauty and the Beast, the original Beauty and the Beast, 1991,
Oh, not the
animated.
remake.
Not the remake. I did like the remake, the live action.
I
one?
did like that
I did
too.
like it. That was of the live action reboots that they've done. That's the best one.
And there's a second one.
Live action.
Animated.
Oh
Beauty and the
yeah.
Beast 2.
Well, they made like a Disney or not Disney. They made like a Christmas one. They did like
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there's variations of that, but no, the original.
The OG.
Lion King is a very close second.
Yeah, that's a good
Very
one.
close second.
I would have to say Aladdin.
I knew you were gonna say Aladdin.
Always.
You mentioned that
I
in
mentioned this in the last
Our last episode. Goonies and
My
Aladdin.
my grandma had she worked at a movie store that my great grandpa owned, and I would always get Aladdin and the Goonies,
Aladdin and Goonies.
and then always watch Aladdin first. Because because like when I was younger, I was brown haired or black hair, tan, and I was
And you're
pictured
not
myself.
now?
I was gonna say you're black haired
when you were younger.
I was always an Aladdin.
Are you saying you were in better shape then? You were more his body type then.
You were in
Definitely.
Aladdin.
I was
You
a
were
boo.
Aladdin?
Yeah. Okay.
Greg.
I'll say Dumbo again.
Oh yeah, you did say
you
Dumbo
did
last
say
time I
Dumbo
asked
last
you.
time.
Yeah.
Dumbo. That's a good one. I expected Greg to come out with like an off the wall,
Wait.
like Sword in the Stone.
Are
or
you
something.
choosing
Sword in the
this?
Stone is so good though.
Are you choosing this based on the elephant scene? With
What
all the-
elephant
with all the-
scene?
when they
They're
get
all-
drunk.
every scene's an
I'm
elephant
sorry.
scene.
When they get drunk and
No.
they hit all the
Pink elephants?
It's because
the elephant show.
I've heard a rubber band.
You're talking about the pink elephants on parade.
Pink
watch
Elves
out.
on Parade. Yeah.
Beware.
Beware.
'Cause
Beware.
I can tell you right
beware.
now, when you watch that on some acid, it's pretty crazy.
Whoa, yeah.
Speaking from experience.
yeah.
Oh my.
It's been a long time, but that movie scared the shit out of me on that.
Man,
Oh my god, my hand looks delicious.
second would have to be like, okay.
Alice in Wonderland.
With that one, or Fox and the Hound, or like you
Yeah.
said, Sword in the Stone, or
Oh, I didn't get my
Bambi. Little Mermaid was good.
Okay. Do you want us to like let you have a?
That's
If I
my
had to pick?
second favorite.
Fantasia.
Yeah.
I'd have to say the Aristocats. Would be
Oh,
my
that's so
second,
fucking good too.
because I really liked Thomas O'Malley and that actor that voiced Thomas O'Malley.
Phil Harris. He was
'Cause
also the voice of Baloo.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
do really like the Jungle Book.
I love the Jungle Book too, dude.
God.
That's a
Okay,
lot.
that might be my second. That
Nate-
might be my second. I
Nate,
don't know.
what about
It's
you?
What
so
is this,
hard.
the favorite Disney movie?
Favorite
Is that
Disney
what
movie.
we're
Favorite
doing?
and second
number
favorite.
I
one.
mean, I'm a big fan of Avengers Infinity War. That's an excellent
God damn it.
one. But if I was gonna go old school, Little Mermaid. And we had that in VHS, but really Aladdin kept playing on repeat. We had Aladdin.
Yeah.
Man, I think I became semi-aware of ladies when Princess Jasmine came on the screen. I was like, why am I drawn to this?
Right.
So
And then the genie thing was a good shtick. I like the idea you could get magic wishes.
nice.
Yeah.
So you had the Little Mermaid on VHS. So you had the one with the penis on the cover.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure did.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a big foldable box that you close, and
And there's the
big old golden,
Dick right there on the front.
There it
Yeah,
is.
two of them.
We weren't gonna not talk about it.
Nope.
Go
The-
on.
Those
The-
Disney
the
animators
Shackle
getting bored,
Towers.
man.
There's a full on
And
like-
Rescuers
Yep.
Down Under
No, not Rescuers Down Under. It's the Rescuers.
Rescuers.
with the naked lady
Yep.
in the window.
Yeah,
Yep.
in the
Okay.
window.
Full-
Damn.
It's a painting. Is
It's a
what
painting
it is.
of a naked mouse, ain't it?
No, it's a what the fuck are you talking?
Well, they're mice.
Oh no, I'm thinking about
They're mice.
No, it's a human woman, but it's a painting. It looks like a window, but if you look at the picture, like if you look at the still frame of it, I'm pretty sure it's a painting on the wall.
Maybe I'm thinking about a
Okay.
different
But
movie.
it's titties.
Okay, I'm thinking about a different one.
Disney.
Because there's like
Yeah.
a Disney
Sneaking them
one
in there.
where
Yeah.
there was like in the background of I'm trying to think. It might have been the Mouse Detective, Great Mouse Detective. But there is one with where there are mice, and there is a background, and they've talked about it, where there's a drawn picture of it's supposed to be like the Titanic, but it's a mouse. And
Oh, really?
You see one boob.
I didn't know about that. Really?
What movie is that? It's
That might
either
have
the
been
Great Mouse Detective
Yeah.
or it was in
The
one of the
Rescuers.
Rescuers.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I think one thing that's Nate has a point.
Did we get Rob? Did we get
Rob,
Rob's
Rob,
favorite
what's
here?
your favorite? It's Little Mermaid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Little Mermaid.
Under the sea.
Oh, no,
What's your
Is
second
it
favorite?
those seashell bikinis? Is that what did it for you?
No, well, yeah, kind of. I was
Seashells.
like 7 at the time.
Wait,
And then it was just like it being underwater. I found that really cool. It was like
Wait
the
a
last-
minute.
Wait,
I saw it in theaters.
did Ursula freak you out?
A little bit. She was a little.
I mean, she was
Oh, yeah.
crazy when she went dark, man.
Ursula's based on they modeled her after
her
a
henchman scared
famous
me
drag
more.
queen.
Famous drag queen.
They modeled her after.
I can totally see it now.
They modeled her after Divine.
Huh.
Huh. I don't know who that is, but yeah, the makeup and shit.
Dude,
Divine,
her
Divine,
electric eels scared me more than she did.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
God.
Divine was she was in all those old Jonathan Waters movies, those weird movies like Pink Flamingos and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure that's who they based Ursula's look after.
Ah. Jafar is pretty creepy too from Aladdin.
Jafar.
That dude,
He was
tall,
yeah.
skinny,
Yeah.
diabolical.
He was a molester. He was a child molester.
He's
Okay.
definitely not on the level.
He looked like he was on the spectrum.
You know who always scared me was Maleficent, or what's the
From Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah.
From Sleeping
Yeah.
Beauty?
Man.
I mean, the bitch turns into a
Yeah,
dragon.
bitch
Yeah.
turns to a dragon.
That was pretty scary.
It's pretty badass though.
Yeah.
Super badass.
Super badass move. Well, since we're on this, best Disney villain in your opinion?
Angelina Jolie
Oh, I'm asking.
in
Hook.
let me
Captain
think. For
Hook.
realsies, best Disney villain.
He's hilarious though.
Yeah.
He's funny and not only that, he's arrogant, he's an
You know,
asshole.
he was
and-
supposed to have a song.
Tick,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
supposed to be a
so the
song,
music that plays when
For
the
the
croc
TikTok
comes,
croc.
the
Yeah.
dun,
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. So he was supposed his song was supposed to be "Never Smile at a Crocodile." Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So but they cut it from the. But you can find it on like Disney albums and stuff. But that
Yeah.
that was supposed to be Hook's
Huh.
like number.
Yeah. Okay.
I would-
Nice.
yeah. Hook
okay.
is. I liked Hook because he wasn't scary, but he was just an arrogant.
He's
he was
realistic.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
arrogant and he's funny.
Have you seen the theories though? And we'll get into everybody else's who they think is the best villain. But since you brought up Hook, have you seen the theories that Hook is the hero and Peter Pan's
I've
the
heard
villain?
that.
Captain Hook.
I've
Yeah,
heard
I've heard
that.
that theory.
So Peter Pan is the villain who like kidnaps kids and like forces them to stay in this place, like takes them away from their family. Hook is the hero who rescues these kids and takes them back to their family on his.
Is that the
flying
real
ship.
story
Wow.
It makes them grow up to be
I
pirates.
don't know. I think that's just a theory. I don't know if that's a.
Because like a lot of the like real Disney stories.
Well,
Or,
did
like,
you know?
Yeah.
Did you know?
super
Did you
dark.
know that the whole?
But I didn't know if Peter Pan was like a Disney original. No, that's an
An old like
like
Geez,
a novel.
What you're referring to is the Grimm fairy tales.
Yes, Grimm
Yeah.
fairy
Right,
tales.
right.
German,
Grimm-
Which that
Mark,
is with
the Grimm brothers.
Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent. Maleficent was supposed to be
Oh.
the good one,
Well, a lot of
and
these
the king was supposed to be the bad
even
guy.
even Little Mermaid, like Little Mermaid was way darker.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of there was rape and torture and all kinds of things in the Grimm fairy tales that Disney cuts
Cinderella.
out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was it?
Cinderella,
Pinocchio.
famous
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio was very dark,
The-
and Pinocchio
Yeah.
was like a little shit.
but in
Like-
the movie you get
like
a little
purposely.
bit. You get a little bit of the darkness in that movie,
when he goes to the island.
but the fox and the fox that's convincing him to go.
Oh, yeah,
to,
yeah.
the guy in.
Well,
I can't
but
think
the
of the
guy
sidekick.
the guy
I think it was
that
a
was
cat.
making him perform wasn't in the original. Maybe
in
wrong.
the original.
Wasn't he diddling them kids?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was a child molester.
Those
the guy who was
Geppetto?
going.
No,
not
not
Geppetto.
Geppetto.
The
Oh,
other
okay.
guy, the guy who basically captures them and
Yeah.
makes them perform,
I forget his
jeez.
name, but
and he
Man.
throws them in the cage and everything.
yeah,
dark stuff.
the Grimm fairy tales were dark.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Super dark.
Yes. What
They
about?
weren't written for kids. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the best Disney villain?
Yeah, man. I was trying to think of that.
Ka.
No. Circle back.
Circle
back.
back.
All
we
right,
got Nate.
I gotta
let's
think
see.
about it.
So Gaston was pretty good from Beauty and the Beast.
It's pretty brutal.
He's he's got this almost Zap Brannigan like arrogance to him, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah,
So I'm going with Gaston.
I do like that. He does. Yeah.
he is buff.
I say Scar.
I was gonna say Scar.
I
Yeah.
say
Creepy.
Scar. I mean, other
Fucks
than
over his own brother. And
dude. Well, okay. So
It's just
that
but you find out it's his
that's based
adopted
on
brother.
that's based on Hamlet.
yeah.
If
Yep.
you really think
Lion
about
King?
it, that's
Right, right.
Lion King is based on Hamlet, but Scar was a fucking dictator, dude. There was Nazi shit going on in
Right.
that song, like all the hyenas marching
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
Jesus.
Like
Yeah.
that dude had an army
Right.
doing
Yep.
his bidding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Scar was brutal, dude,
And
Oh,
then his
man.
army
and
killed
so
him.
gay. And we'll get into
Yeah.
that. No, we'll get into that. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
thing.
Okay. It
That's
is
a
a
thing.
thing.
We're
Oh,
gonna
shit.
get into that, but we'll continue the villain conversation. What do you think?
Okay.
You're the only one left, unless you want
Yeah.
me to go to Rob. Rob
Wait,
said
Rob?
Scar.
Oh, Rob did say Scar.
He agrees
I'll
with me.
I'll go Cruella DeVille just because
Cruella
Wonder
de Vil.
Woman
That's a good one.
Dalmatians. That's
She's slaughtering puppies. That's not cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to make
Greg's
furniture.
a big
clothing.
animal guy. He
Right.
doesn't like
well,
that.
and I was gonna say, my favorite Disney movies are the animal
Oh, of course. Lady and the
movies.
Tramp.
Lady and the
Don't you
Tramp
have
is
seal slippers on right now?
yes,
Seal.
seal slippers.
Ace Ventura. Oh,
Oh.
Johnny, just go home and slaughter some baby seals and
No,
make slippers out of them.
Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. See my vest
See my
made of
vest. See my vest made of
Real gorilla
gorilla chest. That's. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because countless parodies and references to Disney, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, because he's singing it to the It's supposed to be like be our guest from See my vest. See
Does
my
Disney
vest.
own The Simpsons?
Now they
Now
do.
they do.
Because
Now
of the
they
Fox
do.
thing?
Yes.
Right.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah.
at that time they didn't.
No.
Yeah, that was a while back. That was an older episode. But
Wow.
Disney owns a
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
shit now, dude.
Jesus.
Like
The
we
Simpsons
were
too.
saying,
Holy
they're
shit.
still going.
So that must be Family Guy too then, because that's a Fox show.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
Everything Fox. Everything that's under. And they changed the. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but 20th Century Fox isn't 20th Century Fox anymore. It's Searchlight Pictures.
Whoa.
Oh,
Didn't
right,
notice that
right.
one. Huh.
Yep.
Well, I've
I did
noticed-
notice it, but it just didn't click. But yeah.
They had like an offshoot that was Searchlight before, but now they've just rebranded the
Okay,
whole thing
right,
to Searchlight because they're not going to call it Fox anymore.
Why?
No.
Well, I've got Disney Plus, and now Disney Plus means access to like everything. I got
Yes.
Hulu through it, and I'm watching stuff that I had no idea.
I
was
don't think
under the
they have
Disney
Family Guy
umbrella.
on Disney Plus, though.
I
Oh, but it's got to
got
be on Hulu.
It's got to be on Hulu.
They
Oh,
own,
it's on Hulu. That's
they own
right.
Hulu.
You're
so
right. You're right.
eventually,
And Max.
eventually,
and
I guarantee they're just going to push it all into one.
It's going to be.
Nope,
Disney.
they're going to make you
Streaming
get as
service.
many different streaming
Make you
services
pay as much
possible.
as they can.
I'm only on 6.
Well, no, yeah, they'll keep that.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
for that reason,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because-
But
because,
the
like-
money's still going to be funneled to Disney.
of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
if you're
you know what?
if you're watching something,
It's probably
Well,
better to keep
it's
them
gonna be
separate for
Disney.
simplicity's sake. Like ESPN Plus, like if you just want, like if you want sports, that's where you're gonna go. Like otherwise,
You know what? I did not.
Disney has owned ESPN for a long time.
Right.
Who owned? Who was the maker of Air Bud? I didn't think that was Disney.
That is a Disney movie.
Is that a Disney
That's
movie?
a Disney movie.
Oh shit! I thought it was like a Pixar.
oh,
or not
Christopher
Pixar,
Lloyd is my favorite Disney
Who's
princess.
the other
then.
one?
Who is he? in?
He was in Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, Angels
right?
in the Outfield. I thought you were saying he was in Air Bud. I was like, I don't think he was in
No,
Air
no,
Bud.
no.
That was
That just made me
that was
think
Michael
of,
Jeter.
yeah, that was Peter.
Well, let's talk about princesses since you brought that up because this sparked
Are
a
we gonna-
debate.
are we
This
gonna
sparked
do
a
it?
debate.
You said you
last
didn't
time
wanna
we brought
talk
this
about
up.
it.
Well, he brought it up, so everyone's
brought it
favorite,
up.
everyone's favorite Disney princess. Go. Don't piss me off.
Lisa Simpson.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't piss me off. Just because Disney owns all this shit doesn't make them. Rob, okay, do what you did last time and pull up the criteria of what makes a Disney princess, and it's gonna piss me off, but it's fine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because there's certain things like it has to be like.
Royalty.
Because Mulan
about,
wasn't royalty, but she did a heroic.
But
I think
but
that was
apparently
heroic
she
tale.
counts as a fucking
And
princess.
a heroic. She did something heroic, and she has a pet sidekick.
Cinderella.
Even though a dragon is not a pet.
Cinderella's fine.
It wouldn't be. She didn't do anything heroic.
Jasmine is mine. I will say Jasmine is mine.
Well, okay,
All
and
she did was
she's
try
a
on a
princess.
slipper.
she is
she's
a
an
princess.
actual princess.
She's an actual princess.
Who?
And she's got a tiger.
Jasmine.
Like, who the fuck?
Right. right.
And she's
Who
got a
doesn't want to
tiger.
own a fucking tiger?
Me.
I mean, you could call me the tiger.
Hey, anyone could get past a dog. No one fucks with a
Nobody
lion.
fucks with a lion.
No one fucks with a lion, kid.
Grandma's Boy. That's a Disney movie.
Pretty soon.
So
Oh, Linda
what's it-
Linda
what's-
Cardellini's character.
she's the grandma.
No, Linda
Samantha.
Cardellini's the chick that
Yeah.
Samantha.
Samantha.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah. Disney
talking.
Was it-
Everybody loves
The
Raymond.
action figure.
Sit on my face. yeah.
That's back when Jonah Hill was great.
What?
Oh, Jonah Hill is so
Fat
funny.
Jonah
Okay,
Hill
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
the better
Oh,
Jonah Hill.
bus-
Read it to me, and I'll
Fucking shit.
translate.
Fucking
it. So,
shattered it.
Criteria.
yeah, there's five criteria for
Yeah.
for a Disney princess. What are they?
Royal status.
Royal status,
Human or human-like appearance.
human or human-like appearance, which I call bullshit on because Nala would be a fucking queen.
Starring role in a successful Disney animated film.
Starring role in a successful Disney animated film.
Commercial viability.
Commercial viability, really?
What the
Okay.
hell?
What are you asking AI over here?
And
Not part of another franchise.
not part of another franchise.
Ask it if Rogue from X-Men is a Disney
Get
princess.
the fuck out of here, dude.
Ask it if Rogue's a princess.
No. No. She doesn't fall in most of that.
No, she doesn't. That's why I wondered if it's gonna be like, fuck no.
Yeah.
But
are you
not only
talking
that
about?
is Disney didn't own it then.
No, they didn't. She'd be a princess through acquisition, but it's it's super thin.
I'm gonna even ask it that. Like,
Who was the
because
fight that
Disney
we?
owns its rights, does that make her?
What was the princess that really topped us off?
Jasmine.
No.
Nah.
No, that really aggravated us.
Aggravated us.
It's
Well,
Mulan.
man.
It's
Mulan.
Mulan. She's not a royal.
This broke it down actually. So it goes on and it mentions Mulan. Okay, official Disney princess.
Oh.
Okay, I know, but why is she
But
an official
why
Disney
is
princess?
she official?
Cinderella. Okay,
She can't be
Here's the
because
thing.
she has a pet sidekick,
Here's
because
the
a
thing.
dragon's not a pet, nor
It
is
says
it a real
she's
thing.
the only princess who is not royal by birth or marriage.
Ooh.
yeah, not royal by birth or marriage, and that's what I was going to bring up. So Tiana from Princess and the Frog, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, they are not royal by birth, but they marry into royalty, which does at that point they are a princess. Mulan is not
Princess and the
a
Frog,
royalty
that's
by
not
birth
royalty.
or marriage.
So Cinderella isn't
But
a
Princess
princess
and-
until the second Cinderella.
Correct.
Okay, but Princess and the Frog, she just marries a rich guy. He's not a prince.
Yes, he is. Prince Naveen.
Yeah, he's
a
He
prince.
really is a prince?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince Naveen.
Meridia is the only one from Pixar.
I
Merida.
thought he was just a rich dude.
Merida is the only Pixar
So, no,
princess, yes.
Rob, go through your list of the princesses.
Okay, read them out.
What does it
Snow
say?
White,
Snow White,
Cinderella,
Cinderella,
Aurora,
Aurora from Sleeping Beauty,
Ariel,
Ariel,
Belle,
Belle,
Jasmine,
Jasmine,
Pocahontas,
Pocahontas.
Mulan.
Pocahontas is bullshit too. She's not royalty
She's
by birth. Or,
She's the
a
chief
chief
daughter
is not a king.
Yeah,
of
he
that
is.
tribe. Of that tribe.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
a chief is a king
you're
of
just
that
not called
tribe.
you're just not
What do you
called
need,
the
a
king. You're
Western
called
European
the
monarchy to be
How is
considered a royalty?
She's second in line to become leader of the people.
Wait, let's
Yeah.
finish the list though, real quick.
Okay.
She,
Tiana,
Tiana,
Tiana.
Who's else?
Rapunzel. Tiana's from Princess and the Frog.
I still don't see that.
Merida
and Moana.
and Moana.
Now,
Moana's
Who's,
that's not
Moana?
fucking
Who's
royalty either.
Merida?
Merida is from Brave.
Okay.
Moana
Okay.
explicitly says she is not a princess, but Maui calls her one.
She's not okay.
But she is the daughter of the chief.
See, okay, why does it say that she's not a princess, but it says that Pocahontas is?
Yeah, really.
Good question.
That makes zero sense
So
because
what
they're
are-
both the
what
daughters
do
of
we-
a chief.
What do we consider royalty in this situation?
I would consider
Someone
a
who
chief
leads the people.
royalty.
Okay,
Leadership.
I would.
It would literally be the father. The chief is basically
You have the final
they,
say.
They have the final say of the people.
Okay.
They're the one that all the people go to.
I will accept that, but that still excludes Mulan from this
Yeah,
list.
true that.
Mulan has no place on that list.
It didn't even say anything about pet sidekicks, and I thought that was a thing.
Yeah, well, that's what they mentioned in Moana. Maui's like,
But
Yeah.
not only that is Mulan. A dragon is not real.
I mean, didn't
It's
she
not a
take
real
over-
animal. It's not a real fucking animal. It's not a sidekick. It's not real.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
like
the
a-
cricket.
yeah.
Maybe a little cricky, but she does have a horse. Or yeah, she does have a horse.
So
It's a cow.
What's that? Is there something else?
Although Mulan is not a princess, she is honored personally by the Emperor of China at the end of her film. This
So?
act of recognition by royalty is seen as equivalent to achieving royal status within the Disney princess framework.
So because she
what?
was
Because she
honored-
was honored by the emperor.
Honored personally by the Emperor, then I still maintain my position from last time that Greg agreed with. Linda Belcher is my favorite Disney princess.
True.
She's not royalty, but she was honored by the mayor.
Right? Yeah.
Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers. If we're including
Animated?
if we're
Yeah,
including if we're including anything that Disney owns,
Oh, why are we doing that?
If we're doing that,
because that's what everybody wants to fucking include.
I want to include all the just Disney.
Okay, then
animated
mine's Belle.
shows.
Then mine's Belle.
then we're going by those.
Here's the
requirements.
Here's the caveat to it. Mulan breaks the traditional mold by saving China through intelligence and strength, not by marrying into royalty.
I don't care. That makes her a hero.
That makes
her a hero, not a
Yeah.
princess.
Yeah.
There's tons of characters in Disney who save shit, and they're not princesses.
Right.
So, Mulan's not a fucking princess. My favorite is Belle.
Still Jasmine.
Who did you say? Did you say?
I would say Cinderella, but honestly, she's not a princess.
She is a princess. She becomes a princess.
Okay, we already and she is on that list.
She is.
Cinderella.
What about the cat, the white cat, and Aristocats?
It says it's got to be human or human-like.
Oh, god damn it!
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah,
Stupid.
Duchess.
No, not Duchess. The
Marie?
little one, Marie.
Yeah.
What
about you?
Jill Taylor.
That's Jasmine.
Jill Taylor. Jasmine. Jasmine. There we go. All right, that was the
Rob?
conversation. We're fucking done.
What did Rob
yeah,
say?
who's yours?
It would be Ariel.
Ariel.
Yeah, he likes Little Mermaid. I like redheads too. I get it. Married one. Ginger snaps. Gotta love them.
Ginger Snap. So you guys know about all the queer coding in Disney movies?
No.
Not a clue.
Okay. Do you want me to get back to that then?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Because I mentioned Scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about that one.
So
Hold on. Queer coding. Define that. What are we even talking about here?
queer coding.
Like
so
if they touch you and you're gay.
Just like that.
Like
Done.
sunscreen. Yeah.
it's basically
It's flipped.
it's basically a don't ask, don't tell approach to writing a character. That's the most layman's
All right.
way I can put it.
Okay.
So
Gotta
you
get
write
personal.
a character who is, by all intents and purposes, like presenting as a gay person. You know, so that's the code, like the coded. That's sort of like that's where that term comes from. So if they're queer coded, everyone's pretty much like, yeah, we all agree that that person is gay.
All right.
They just didn't explicitly mention it. Now they do, because LeFou from Beauty and the Beast was one of those characters.
Who?
That's Gaston's sidekick.
Oh.
He's
Now-
openly gay in that movie?
He's gay.
Not in the cartoon. But when they did the live action reboot, they actually did,
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, like
Okay.
have him like so. And
He
here's
said
my
he
thing.
was?
So he was added in later?
Added,
They
no,
played the character.
No, he just was omitted from the cartoon.
no, he
No,
was
he's
in the cartoon.
He was
He was
in the
in the
cartoon.
So these
cartoon.
characters are in the cartoon. Like
Okay.
Scar is in Lion King. They don't say Scar
yeah.
is gay, but dude, watch it again. Like
What am I watching?
his mannerisms.
mannerisms.
When he
But
sings,
you hear it.
"Secret
Okay.
pride."
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
So that's kind of where this comes from. And LeFou, I mean, when I think about it, the man was in love with Gaston, even in the cartoon.
Yeah.
He sang an entire song about how manly and handsome he was.
Yeah.
What about
But
Captain
that was
Hook?
just boosting his ego.
Captain Hook would maybe be another one, and that's the thing about a lot of pirates back in the day, a lot of sailors.
Shmee or Captain Hook?
That's where
Hook.
the term butt pirate comes from.
Captain Hook was
Oh.
very flamboyant.
You know that, right?
I
You
didn't-
know the slang like butt pirate.
But
People
why
say butt
would-
pirate. You know where that comes from, right?
no.
Sailors were out at sea for
Long time.
months, years at a time. All men. They had to fucking get off somehow.
There is a proven thing on Discovery where
Yeah.
they talked about sailors actually capturing and having sex with manatees because they
that's
have.
mermaids. That's where the mermaid.
That's where the
thing
whole
came from.
mermaid thing. But no, they actually did sleep with manatees because they had.
Well, they
the
fucked
same-
each other too.
Yeah, they did that too.
It's probably better than manatees. Jesus.
Yeah.
Manatees.
He's getting fucking manatees on board. They're like, yeah, manatee. The manatee's like, what is happening?
Just
Get
fuck- just fuck a pretty
most
pirate
likely
boy.
it's
the
dead.
fuck out of here.
Yeah. What you got, Rob?
That's
So
a good point.
I just watched something the other day on Hook and Shmee when
Yeah.
in
Damn, I
the
thought it was
movie
gonna be
Hook,
manatees.
Dustin Hoffman
Dustin Hoffman,
Dustin
in
Hoffman.
Hook.
and,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Bob Hoskins or
Bob-
Bob?
Yeah.
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 They played it as they were gay in a relationship.
Yeah. But see, they didn't. But they didn't actually.
I'm not saying
No,
that, that's
right.
how they played
And
the
that's all
characters.
part of that. What I'm talking about right now. So Disney did that a lot.
Who else?
Interesting. And that was a while ago too, right?
But you know
this
what?
was when they were starting
When
to
you-
creep
when-
in, like the.
But the Scar
you
thing's
didn't
got
just
me
make
confused.
movies about that at the time.
You know, what's crazy is think about Lion King. Watch the Lion King.
Yeah.
There are so many things that say that Nala is Scar's daughter because they are the only two lions that have green eyes.
No, so Scar, Nala is not Scar's daughter, but Scar does have descendants in the sequels. But there's debate
But
on
that's
whether
the sequels.
there's debate on whether or not that's canon. Now, here's where I'm kind of coming with the whole Scar thing is, if you know anything about, especially like lion prides, like the reason that it's all lionesses and one male lion in Mufasa is because they have one male lion who is the alpha, and if there's another male lion around to challenge them, they will run them off. The only reason that Scar is allowed to even be near the pride is because he's not a challenge to Mufasa, because he's not interested in lionesses.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did watch the Discovery one where they had 4 male lions in a group, and it was the dad and the 3 sons, and the 3 sons.
If they're descendants, that's fine.
Yeah, the descendants, but those sons slept with the lionesses as well.
Yeah, but then eventually
But they
eventually
didn't challenge
they go on
the dad;
and,
they protected the dad.
they protect that, and then eventually they go on and start their own pride.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
did.
that's how it works.
But they were all adult lions. They were all adult
of
male
course.
lions.
Yeah.
Because it was 3 boys and the dad, and then another lion, male lion, came to challenge, and the 3 sons basically is like, nope, not my dad.
But have you guys all seen the live action Beauty and the Beast reboot?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
So
It was good.
they pretty much show that LeFou is attracted to Gaston, jealous of his attraction to Belle,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the end, when they're all like happy and dancing at the ball, he's like dancing and happy with this like man who
Okay.
So you guys have all seen the animated Beauty and the Beast, right?
Well, the animated
No.
one, I always just thought that he was trying to push him to go and date one of those 3 girls.
The like
Like the ultimate
so
wingman.
the battle scene.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of him.
So the battle scene in the animated one, remember like when the wardrobe captures the guy and dresses him in a dress, and he comes out and he's all scared and he's
Yeah.
like, ah, and he runs away. In the movie, she does the same thing, captures a guy, dresses him in a dress and shit, and he comes out like, ooh, like, I'm fancy now.
Yeah.
And then that's the guy that ends up with LeFou, and they're like all,
Yeah.
into each other and
Yeah.
shit. So, yeah. No, so they actually, like, brought that out of, like, hey. And that's the shit that, all the, everybody on Daily Wire is worried about, the appropriation of that shit. But it's like, that's been in our lives forever, dude. There's one
Yeah.
gay character, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
One
Fuck
gay
you,
character was in Aladdin.
I didn't say every...
Oh, not everyone?
No, I didn't say every movie had a gay
they
character.
had to have.
Oh,
Genie.
If there was one,
They might
had
now,
to.
but
In Aladdin?
not back then.
Who?
it would have been the parrot. If it was.
I-
I was gonna
Iago?
say-
Iago?
Gilbert Godfrey?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I just had him on
Seems
the-
right.
I was always thinking the lead guard guy was gay.
Well, I mean, statistically, yeah, there's probably a fucking...
Are those
Really?
dwarves gay from Seven
Oh, they
Dwarfs?
gotta be,
They
dude.
have to be, dude.
Or
Just,
else-
Seven
I would
Dwarfs?
say,
Yeah.
right?
if for no other reason, out of necessity, just like pirates.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, the fact that Grumpy. I mean, he's pretty pissed. I mean,
pretty
pissed.
he has
He's
to
a,
be.
he's a bottom.
Yeah.
He's definitely a bottom.
He's getting past her.
He is the guy.
Like, no wonder he's so
when,
grumpy,
when
dude.
Snow White showed up, he's like, "This bitch is taking all my dick."
Or is he grumpy because he's getting fucked in the ass 6 times a day?
I don't think that was making him grumpy because he wasn't that grumpy until
So-
she showed up.
so was Happy always the top?
Always.
Happy's happy because he's busting a nut. 6 times
Sleepy's
a
being
day?
left out.
No. Happy was in the middle.
Oh, he's just
Sleepy's on the
Best of both worlds.
Sleepy's in the corner jerking off and falling back asleep.
These songs have so much layers of meanings now. Hi ho, hi ho.
Then what's
off to
Dopey?
work we go. Oh Jesus!
Dopey. Jesus
Run the
Christ.
train over here.
Dopey's getting bukkakied every day. They
Doc has destroyed that.
they destroyed Dopey's vocal cords.
Right.
He's deep throating. He's Nathan's hot
I mean,
dog
for
fucking
God's
eating
sakes,
competition
he's
every
shooting,
day.
He's shooting water out of his ears like some dicks winning.
Fucking what's the Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating champion? Him and Kobayashi. Fucking Dopey would give
Dopey's
them a run
eating
for
like
their money.
Kobayashi.
Dude. Well, who's your favorite dwarf? Since we're talking dwarfs, let's talk about this because has anybody seen the new Snow White movie.
No.
It is getting
I haven't seen it.
ripped
But I
apart.
watched it get destroyed publicly.
Ripped apart, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you see it?
No.
I haven't
Oh.
seen it.
Well, it's supposed to be like a DEI, love story essentially. Like
Yeah.
anything they could have diversified, they tried to diversify like hard. They're like, all right, we're gonna race flip, we're gonna gender flip, we're gonna just make this the most like overly DEI compliant movie we possibly could. And then
yeah.
even the people that were looking for that were like, this is pandering.
Yeah.
Oh, there was
So
an
hard
activist.
that we're not
there
gonna
was,
watch it.
There was an activist
That's what
for
I
small
saw, but I haven't
people.
seen the movie.
I was gonna say
There was an activist.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
This
Jesus.
was my father's kingdom,
Well, the activist is supposed to be
piece
Tyrion
of
Lannister
fairness.
himself, you know?
but the queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people
I mean, this
need
doesn't
some
look bad so
kindness.
far.
You know, I really
the
don't
trailer
remember
looks
you
good.
being this.
Yeah, I just can't see
Opinionated.
that lady not looking like Wonder Woman.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Not you, bitch.
okay.
That actually answered a little bit. So is that? Maybe I'm not. Maybe when I seen Snow White, I didn't
Whoa.
watch it properly.
I mean, it doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't. That girl right there who plays Snow White is getting ripped apart.
Oh,
like
Yeah.
she's
fucking
she's not
crazy.
taking it well.
Oh yeah.
She's clapping back at people and making things worse for herself.
Yep.
They just booked it.
So the fact that like I watched
Yeah.
so many things on like the activists for
Oh,
little
yeah,
people,
dude.
and this guy, which
Well, Dinklage, like you said, Tyrion
Yeah,
Lannister.
Dinklage.
Dinklage is like, why did you not? Dude, there's
okay,
tons
but
of little people.
he's
out
an actor, and that was a role that he could have played.
there. Yes.
This activist
He
was
should have been docked.
literally tearing like these reporters apart and everything when they were asking the question. They're like, oh, they have the idea of the dwarfs, the seven dwarfs, not even being seven dwarfs, just being seven guys, like
Oh,
regular sized guys that and then
Hold
they're
on,
like,
hold
and they're
on.
like, you're taking jobs away from small people. That this is a movie that can like start and get more small people into roles
But
and stuff in movies.
I saw that version of the movie. It was on Cinemax.
Yeah, and then there was another one,
Skin 'em.
and he was like also talking about. He goes, this is in because it's a live action. The only, I mean, besides the animals, obviously, the only CGI really is now the dwarfs. When you could have put real people.
They
as
had
the
that.
dwarfs.
The last time they did a Snow White movie, they had that same issue. That Snow White and the Huntsman. They had the same issue.
with small people.
They cast what they did was they cast like non-dwarf actors
As the dwarfs.
and then just like trick photography and CGI'd
ridiculous.
them.
That's ridiculous.
Why would you not? There's so many little people out there who could have done that.
Yes.
Dinklage, Warwick Davis. Dude,
What's
I would
the
have
guy's
loved.
name?
I
What's
would
the
have
guy's
loved to
name
have
from
seen.
Bad Santa.
Yeah, Tony something. I don't remember.
He's so great.
He's awesome. He would have been great.
He would have been a great grumpy.
He would have been an excellent grumpy dude because he's got that attitude.
Yeah.
Like because he's in that. He's in Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
Some other shit. And then I would have loved to have seen Wee
He was
Man.
in Friday.
Wee Man as Dopey.
Oh yeah.
Would that not have been great? They could have had him do stunts and shit because Dopey's always like.
Dopey's the young one. He's
But still,
older now.
okay, but Dopey's the one who's like clumsy and shit in the fucking cartoon, right? He's the one that's like they're tossing around and like, dude, Wee Man could have done that
Okay,
shit.
but Wee Man not
Totally.
talking would really piss me off.
Wee Man can kick himself in his own head.
Wee
Yeah.
Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could kick himself in the head, dude. That'd be a great Dopey move.
So
Boom.
Rob, maybe you can search ChatGPT and ask it to suggest the casting for the dwarves if it was actual people. This might be interesting to see who it cast for the wee people here.
I
the
was thinking about it one day. I was like, Dinklage would be a good Doc.
I was shocked to hear Dinklage
Yeah.
was against this concept of casting little people in these roles. I was
No,
like,
he's not.
No, he's not.
Oh, he was for it.
He's
He was
for it.
for it.
He's against.
Yeah.
He's against the
Okay.
fact that they didn't.
He was against the fact that they used
right.
AI instead of
Okay.
Because he's like,
instead
dude,
of real people.
there's tons of us out here.
All right,
Yeah.
that makes much more sense.
Yes.
I was totally
Bec-
misinformed.
No, yeah,
Okay,
because,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because yeah, I was talking about like there's an activist for little people that this guy was just lighting everybody up and lighting up the agent that was with the girl who played Snow White, because he got on there and he's like trying to like vouch for
Yeah.
his
so
client.
he wanted them to do
And
it.
then this guy's like it's not her fucking movie. It's not her movie.
yeah, totally.
She may be the main person. This is not her movie.
She
Does
she
not
works for
get the
this.
rights for all of this shit.
apparently
No way.
she's like not. She's making things worse. I've heard.
Oh, she's making.
She's doing
so
interviews
much
and like
worse.
just like clapping back and like getting frustrated, and it's like you can't do that in this situation, man. You got to be calm and you got to just state your case.
I'd hate to be your agent.
I mean, she's ripping her own film at this point.
Shit. Yeah.
She's like,
She
"Fuck
has
that
been
movie."
ripping
It's
her
like,
own film.
Don't say that.
She kept saying, she goes, that movie was made in the.
Well, that was that was
1950s.
apparently a big
And,
problem.
like,
a lot of
we're
people have.
talking about today. It's like
Dude,
this shit
30s.
wouldn't happen to fucking today.
30s, 37.
Yeah, 30s. Yeah.
That was
my
the
God.
first ever animated like full length
Yeah.
feature film ever.
Amazing.
Snow White and
30s,
Seven Dwarfs.
yep.
It's amazing they made those movies.
What you got for us, Rob?
I had to actually make it say
Little people.
Would it not do it?
LPs?
Yeah,
It was-
it gave me Bryan Cranston for like Doc and like all these Jack Black. You want to hear the first
Little
one?
trick
I love
photography.
Cranston, bro.
Okay, the first one it gave me Bryan Cranston as Doc.
No, give us the little people list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the little people list.
Yeah, I don't want the big people list. Those people suck.
Doc is Danny Woodburn.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
bunch of guys we don't know.
What's he from? Does it tell?
Seinfeld, Mirror Mirror.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Oh!
Mirror.
Is he
That'd
Mickey?
be great.
Yeah, the guy from Death to Smoochie,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was one of the Crinkle kids.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, the Rhinettes.
Dylan Hornswoggle Postal.
Oh, Hornswoggle from WWE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Muppets Most Wanted.
Happy would be Martin Kleba from Pirates of the Caribbean, Scrubs.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleepy is Jason Weeman Acuna.
Okay,
Wee
Wee
Man.
Man.
Wee Man is sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Sleepy. Bashful would be Jedediah Goodacre.
Jedediah Goodacre.
Don't know that one.
Okay.
If considering a younger actor with dwarfism, he would be bashful or shy. So alternatively, Short E Dangerously, professional restaurant actor.
Short E Dangerously. Okay.
It's his name.
God damn.
Right there. Shorty Dangerous. That's
Easy
great.
would be Tony Cox. No, for
Tony
Bad
Cox.
Santa.
That's
Tony
the guy
Cox.
from Bad Santa.
That's Bad
Tony
Santa,
Cox.
yeah.
I knew it was
Okay.
Tony something.
And then Dobie is Kiruna Stamo from
Her-
Life's Too Short, The Best Exotic Marigold.
I don't know that one.
Who was Grumpy again?
Dylan Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. I would say. I mean, aside from like the casting of like each character, I do like the group of guys that they put. up,
Hornswoggle
for the
in
most part.
WWE was just always so funny.
He'd
think
be a good dopey.
He'd be a good dopey.
He'd be a good dopey again because he can do stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he could fall and
That's
shoot
what I mean,
water out of
yeah.
his ears.
I don't when was the last time you watched WWE? I don't think they fucking shoot water out of their ears.
I'm talking about the scene in
I know. I'm
Snow
fucking
White.
with you.
Yeah, WD.
It goes
no,
on to
couldn't
say
tell
why
you.
this works. This casting honors representation and inclusion.
Yeah, we don't care about that. Anyway,
We don't care. We don't care about people.
representation.
And several of these performers have voiced concerns about Hollywood overlooking little people for roles like dwarves and favor CGI.
Perfect. Have you guys?
I mean, hey, one of my favorite movies, Christmas movies, Elf, took a big hit when the elves were not little people.
yeah.
And I get it, but at the same time, elves weren't technically.
One of them was the guy from
A Christmas
the
Story.
kid from A Christmas Story. Yeah.
Yep.
What did have you guys all seen a lot of the like live action reboots of the Disney movies? No, Greg's saying
I've seen some of the-
Not a ton of them.
There,
no.
I've seen. There's 2 Jungle Books. I think at least.
I think there's one.
There's one.
Is there
Jungle
just
Book.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be thinking of Lion King. They've done
Maybe
two of those now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I probably seen the Lion King,
Lion King,
Jungle Book
and
one.
then
I
they
like.
did-
Lion
they
King
did
was
Mufasa.
just okay.
Yeah.
They cut out the best song. They cut out Scar's song, Be Prepared.
Yeah, they did.
Oh right.
Like,
is
fuck
the
you.
Jungle Book the remake, the live action one from the 90s? Is that a Disney?
No. I know what you're talking about. There is a live action
Got
Jungle
Cersei
Book
from-
movie from the 90s. That is not a Disney
That's
movie.
not Disney.
Really?
That's not Disney.
That's when he's an adult and
Yes.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
friends with a bear, a Black Panther, and
Yes.
something else.
Yes. There's
Oh,
been
should be a
other.
snake.
And he wrestles a python or something in a fucking well. I kind of remember bits and pieces of that movie.
It was just okay.
And then he's fighting some dude, and he's like, "I'm a bear." I'm a panther.
Well, I'm
It's
pretty
like, what?
sure.
What the fuck is this?
I think Cinderella was the first live action reboot they did for Disney.
Yeah.
The Cinderella
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
It's got the girl from Baby Driver.
101 Dalmatians.
Oh, you're right. I forgot all about that with Glenn
Cruella
Close.
DeVille.
Glenn Close and Jeff Daniels, and yeah, you're right, Greg.
Wait, which one?
Good call, huh? 101 Dalmatians,
A live action like
not
remake.
Cruella,
Shit.
from
I
like late
forgot
90s.
about that
Yes,
one.
see,
Oh shit! It's
Glenn
got the
Close. Glenn Close plays Cruella
Yeah.
DeVille. Hugh Lowry from House is one of her thugs.
Yeah, and he.
Yeah.
God, I loved
Yeah.
him in Borrowers.
yeah.
Yeah, because he was the cop in Borrowers, and he just
Yeah.
like being so like
You're
passive
right,
aggressive
Greg,
to
you're right.
John Goodman. It was
So that
hilarious.
counts. Yeah, I forgot about those movies. 101 and 102
Oh,
Dalmatians.
shit, I
Right.
forgot
Yeah.
about those.
Yeah. As far as the new grouping,
Yeah.
Cinderella was the first.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't. Jungle Book.
Because
Mulan, I didn't see.
they made a live action Jungle Book, but it wasn't Disney.
Yeah, that's the one we were
Nor
talking
was
about.
it.
From, like,
Okay.
the
I don't
90s.
even think it really based on the actual
It wasn't.
movie.
It was more based off the book.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
more based off the book.
It was
Whereas
still cool.
no,
It was still cool visually though.
Like the Jon Favreau one, like the newer one.
Yeah,
That's
one.
Disney.
that is Disney.
With
Well, when did that come out? Which one?
Like 4 or 5 years ago.
like mid
Okay, maybe that's the
20-teens.
one I seen then.
with Bill Murray as the voice of Baloo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Christopher Walken is the
Christopher
voice of
Walken is
King
the-
Louis.
King Louis.
I'll have to watch the trailers. for
Which,
it.
by the way,
Did they sing in the one
What?
that you're talking about? Did the animals talk and sing?
no.
No, not you. Him.
Yeah, they talked.
Then you're talking about the newer Disney live action reboot directed by Jon Favreau.
Okay, he's not talking about the one from the
You're
90s.
talking about the one from the 90s where the animals didn't talk
Yeah.
and it wasn't a musical and it
Yeah.
wasn't
Okay,
whimsical
yeah,
and
see,
it was
nope.
very hyper realistic and
Yep.
it's based
basically
more
him
off
falling
of
in love.
the story of Mowgli as told in Rudyard Kipling's
Well,
Jungle
this
Book.
wasn't
called.
The
Was that
novel.
called Jungle?
But this
the
was
Jungle
kind of
Book?
different from the book because this is
think
him
so.
grown up and
Yes.
falling in love.
Yeah, it's based
not
more
him
off
as-
just the
as
character
kid.
of
Yeah.
Mowgli, yes.
Now I want to say that I've seen that movie.
Probably.
You
You probably
probably
were growing
have.
up.
If it came out in the 90s.
So wait, so have any of you guys been to Disney World or Disneyland?
Yes.
Disney
No.
World. Yeah.
Disney World.
What'd you think?
It's the greatest place on
And
earth.
when did you go?
It's Christmas.
It is. No, I'm fucking sick of this shit because people. No, I'm getting fired up again.
Yeah, do it, man. Hit a nerve on this
Because
one.
no,
Don't
the-
get fired up on a guy who hasn't been there. I just
No.
thought it was funny that you said that
because that's
because
usually-
that is what everybody says, and
It
you know,
is.
I want to experience that.
You should. You should want to. I'm glad you do. No,
I'm not
but
shitting on it. Don't
I know.
get fired up.
It's
He's
not
gonna
about you.
attack me.
No, it's not. It's not
what
about
she
you. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's
It's like, whoa,
This
I'm
is how
agreeing
hype
with
Disney
you.
World is, man.
I am agreeing with you.
it's about all the people who.
It's
So
the
Disney
greatest
World
place
sucks.
on
It's
earth.
about all the people who would normally react like, "Oh God," like. Especially people who haven't been there. Like, it's for kids. Have you been there? No. Shut your fucking mouth, dude.
It's just like, what's that? What's his name? Stand-up comedian. God, Jim Gaffigan.
yes.
He's like Disney. He was talking about. He's like Disney World is not the greatest place on earth. Have you ever stayed in line for 2 hours to read 15 seconds? Oh, let's go stand in another line for 2 hours for 15 seconds.
No, fuck that. Fuck that, dude. It's so...
He goes, the best part of that was the ride on the air-conditioned bus
Casey.
back to the freaking garage.
Casey, at Disney World, you can drink around the world.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not shitting on it. I'm not shitting on it. I haven't been there. I went to Universal and I was like, all right, this
Matt
is cool.
hates
I bet
you
Disney
if you don't
has to
like
be great.
Disney World.
No, I don't hate
Casey just hates Disney World.
I don't hate anyone who doesn't like Disney World.
No, I'm teasing.
I am too privileged into the Disney to hate Disney World that I haven't been to.
I just don't like when people who haven't been try to disparage it, because I've had that happen to a lot of people.
Don't
like,
knock it till you try it.
yeah, and it's like, man, shut the fuck up. It really is
a fun-ass place.
totally immersive.
Well, I mean, I guess you
Have you
gotta
been to
like
multiple
amusement
parks?
parks.
What?
Have you been to like the other
Oh,
parks?
absolutely.
Which one is your favorite?
That's so hard.
Because isn't Epcot? That's
Epcot's
somewhere else,
over
right?
there.
That's
It's part of
the OG one.
Disney. You got Universal
Epcot-
Studios is close by.
It's close by, but it's not.
Not-
Yeah. So Disney World has 4 theme parks and 2 water parks.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
I thought it was
God
5.
damn.
specific.
So they have Magic Kingdom, and that's the iconic one. That's the one that has the castle. That's the one that has all the old school rides, like It's a Small World.
Yeah.
That's I'd probably say that's my favorite, just because it is the most like that's the classic nostalgic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's classic.
And they made
Disney.
movies on the park. There was I remember of course.
Well,
movies.
Pirates of the Caribbean is based off of the ride.
Yeah.
They made Jungle Cruise recently with The Rock, which is based off of a ride.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion is based off of a ride. They make movies based
Yeah.
off of their famous rides.
There is a movie. Someone has to look it up. There is literally a Disney movie based on like things in the park.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And I remember watching.
Well, you're talking
that
about
as a
Tomorrowland?
kid. Is that called Tomorrowland?
With George Clooney?
No. There's no actors. It is literally just a
okay.
bunch of like kids going through the park that are actors, and they're like riding the rides and like the attractions on the rides, and it's like a sing along.
might
And then
not
there's
wanna
and
put
then
this
there's
info
and
out
then there's
there.
like where like the people who are dressed up as the characters in the park. There's a movie outside of the Haunted Mansion, and they have like most of the villains and some like ghost
Okay.
characters
It was
and stuff.
It was a Modern Marvels documentary on History Channel.
Yeah. Well, so there's Magic
There was one,
Kingdom.
though,
There's Animal Kingdom.
which I haven't been to. I want to.
There's Epcot. That's the one with the World Showcase. You can go like travel like to all the different like pavilions that are based off of different countries in the world and stuff
Has
like
a
that.
golf ball.
And then there's Hollywood Studios, which was formerly MGM Studios, and that's where they have a lot of the Star Wars stuff now. They have like a whole like Toy Story area and things like that. So you gotta go, man. Come with
I
us.
wanna go.
We're going next year. Come with us.
I went to Universal because I wanted to go to the Harry Potter part of
that's
Universal.
Universal's great
So
too. As immersive as that was, believe it or not, Disney World is even more.
Honestly, I felt like Diagon Alley in Universal
was amazing.
Could have been bigger.
Could have been bigger.
Could have been bigger. There's a lot to do. I felt like they
Well,
could
it's
have
just a
did
section
more.
of the park. That's a like a common misconception. I've
It
talked
is,
to a
but
lot
it's
of
a
people,
good- it's a
'cause
good
lot of
sized
people
section
will-
of the park.
A lot of people will say like, "I want to go to that Harry Potter park," and I'm like, I have to correct them. Like, there's something about my autism that makes me correct them, and I'm like, it's not a park. It's a section of a park.
It's the section.
It's not a full park.
I mean, they did have like what 3 or 4 rides
Yeah,
in that section.
you could spend a good amount of time there, but experience the rest of the park too,
but
please.
but I do feel like they could have made it a little bit bigger. Like Diagon Alley could have been a little bit bigger.
You've never been.
Yep.
To what?
Which
Disney
one?
World?
You have.
Yeah.
You've never been.
I've never been.
You've been.
Yes, when I was a kid, I went to Disney World, and it was incredible. I had a great time there. Did Epcot, did the haunted house just blew me away. The
Yeah.
fucking haunted house. You're in an elevator. As the elevator's going down, the paintings are getting longer
Hey, don't
and longer.
spoil.
And that's just a teaser.
That's no, no,
I'm
no.
not gonna ride that
No,
fucking ride.
That's just
I
standing
feel so
in
bad
line.
if I spoiled that for you.
Dude, that's in line.
That's just standing in the
It's
line.
sick.
That's what I mean, dude. The thing is, everything's so immersive there
There's
that it's like
so many spoilers
that's
I want to
just
tell you right
waiting in the queue.
Because I mean,
But I
like
won't.
To get on the
Universal
ride.
and Universal, when you're standing in line, one of my favorites was the Hulk ride.
Yeah.
When you're standing in
That
line,
is a
there's
good coaster.
so much shit inside the thing to wait for the line. And then when you get and then you sit in and then you're just like, all right, cool. This is going to be like, you know, a ride at Six Flags. And then like just
better.
it's
They have
so
more
much
money.
better. And then like you start going
They have a
slowly.
lot more money.
And then you start going slowly, but then you hear like the same thing as like the Batman or anything where you're like,
Yeah.
and you're like slowly going. Then out of nowhere, you just hear Hulk smash.
Oh,
and
that
you
one takes off.
fly.
That one
and you
takes
take off.
off.
And you're like, holy shit.
But see, now you just hit on something with
Yes.
the line, like you were talking about, like and I get that it's a joke, and he's a comedian, and I love Jim Gaffigan, but the whole joke of like you like standing in line for 2 hours. Well, honestly, in a place like Universal or Disney World where it's all movie grade settings, and there's so much shit to look at,
They know
yeah,
you're waiting in
dude.
line for a while.
Yeah,
so
dude.
they're
There's
gonna give
like
you some-
sometimes
my-
there's like a half little show in the
Modern
line.
It does make
Family
it suck less.
and
that's for
Modern
sure.
Family
Yeah.
when they go to Disney, nothing made me so much happier when what's his face gave Sophia the fucking
The
Mickey
slippers?
the Mickey,
She's
the
wearing
mini
fucking
slippers.
stilettos all day, and he's
She-
like,
yeah,
"Your
she's
feet
like,
are gonna kill you."
You're gonna kill you.
He's like,
And that's in-
for me, please. You're killing me. Put these these mini slippers on, and she's just like,
oh,
"You
they're
love
so
me."
yeah, they're so comfortable.
You're so comfortable.
That's
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
because like with Disney, it's like I've never been to the park. I've seen like there's a movie out there. I don't know what the hell it's called, where they literally just go through every ride at the park and do a little clip of like sing along kind of thing on it.
I don't know.
Uh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, Disney's got another section too for just like the adult experience, where you can like go to little bars and shit,
dude.
and people go there for honeymoons.
dude,
They've got a lot of
I went for
variety.
my honeymoon.
Oh, you went there for your honeymoon? There you go.
I've been
You know
there.
about
I've
this.
been there several times, man. Like, it's for everyone.
Mhm.
You know, and it's a different
Yeah.
experience from like I've been there as a kid and I've been there as an adult, and there's still shit to do always. Let me ask you this. Well, since we're talking about Disney parks, do you guys know that there's a roller coaster at Magic Kingdom in Disney World that's actually known for shaking kidney stones loose?
What?
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Okay.
It's known for something about like the way it moves.
Oh my god.
If you got a kidney stone lodged, get on it and it shakes it loose.
The doctor
don't
just writes you a
fucking
little
know,
note.
dude.
You're just like,
to
listen,
Disney
you can
World."
take this, but you need to take your ass to Disney World.
I think
Ride
they
the
closed
coaster.
that.
What?
You'll be straight.
Didn't they close that right?
Recently, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
because they're working on that area of the park. Yeah,
And that was the one where. No, I'm thinking of the water.
yeah. This isn't
The
a
water
thing.
one where you go down the waterfall into
Splash
like the
Mountain.
yeah, Splash
They
Mountain.
just
is what-
redid that and
that's a fun
reopened
one.
it last year.
Okay.
They changed it to a.
The
they changed the
movie-
theme of it.
the
Right.
movie is called Undiscovered Disney Parks.
There you go.
Okay.
Brought to you by the History Channel. I'm telling you. you just watched a documentary.
Well,
I mean, that's something shaking kidney stones loose is interesting. We got one at Six Flags. Had one. I think it's still open, called the Boss.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever ridden the Boss, but holy fuck, that
Dude, I was
that
just
thing will
there.
shake 'em
I was
loose.
just
Yeah.
That
there.
thing will shake them loose.
I was just there last weekend. I was
Oh,
literally
Jesus.
because
Yeah.
my daughter had a choir thing.
Oh, is that where it was?
Yeah. So
Nice.
no, it wasn't at. It was actually in St.
Disney
Charles,
World.
but
No, what the fuck?
they
That's not even close.
but they all got awarded to after that. All the schools got to go to Six Flags.
oh,
Nice.
okay.
So when we're walking around, you're seeing like the kids from like the other schools and everything.
oh, it was one of those. I hated going on those days.
It's like a million kids everywhere.
There is a million
as a
kids.
Lines are
kid,
super
No,
long.
no.
Just
Just
as-
as a like I would like
Be-
like as just a general park goer, you
Yeah.
show up and realize it's one of those special days where there's like 5,000
Yeah.
groups of like 500 people in the
Yeah.
same purple shirt, and you're like, "Fuck me! I'm gonna stand in line for 4 hours."
No, you
today."
don't want to yell that at a children's park.
But outside the parks, oh yeah, you got something?
Nothing. I was just laughing at that shit. I was thinking of the Boss because last time I rode the Boss, I was laughing because I was in line. There's like all these kids and shit. I rode the thing. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! I just got my ass kicked in this roller coaster.
Oh, I
Half
almost-
of these kids
I love that
just went
ride.
through fucking puberty riding this
You
ride.
wanna
They
get
go
your-
on, they're like, yeah. They come out, they're like, yeah.
You want to
They're
get
like,
your
you're
ass
a man
kicked,
after
you
you
ride
ride
the
that
Ninja.
The Ninja.
Ooh.
That's an
No,
ass
when
kicking
you-
roller
that's a-
coaster.
Yeah,
right
Yeah,
there.
the
that
Ninja
one
has been
play.
known to
You walk out of
injure
there with a
people.
headache.
Yeah.
But I mean, we just rode the Ninja, and I can tell you right now, the Ninja, the Boss, Batman, Mr. Freeze, basically majority the Mine Train.
Yeah.
Those rides are not people our size. Because when I went in, I was like, I sat in Batman, and I'm like this. I'm like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
it was pushing on my body.
Yeah.
Speaking of
And then when they pull the thing down, he goes, "Oh, let me help you." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch!"
You ever ride the train at the zoo?
Oh yeah, the little bitty ass train.
No,
So
I did
tiny.
not.
I could barely fit in those.
So
We rode the mine train, and of course that was like
Man, I
one
love
of the
the mine
first
train.
fucking rides. And then of course when that thing came down, because each person gets their own like little bar, it came down, and then I went like I sucked in and like pushed it down and like put my gut over it, and the guy fucking lifted it back up and put it on my gut, and I'm like, "You're an asshole." He's like, no, you go. It's got to be comfortable. I was like, that was fucking comfortable.
that was comfortable. You made it
My
uncomfortable.
fat was happy.
Well, see, Disney and Universal get so many fat fucking tourists that they make sure a lot of their rides accommodate for that shit. So we should all take a trip to Disney and Universal
Yeah,
and do
that'd be
that.
awesome.
Bring the lapel mics and do some
Podcast
videos and shit. That'd be
on location.
Fucking
Yeah,
great.
on
I would love to
location.
go to their water parks. I've never been to the water
I've
parks.
never been to the
at
water
Disney
parks
because,
either.
You know, that'd be sweet. Because I go to Six Flags water parks. I enjoy
Yeah.
that. So I imagine Disney would be cool.
Well, apparently we didn't take advantage of this, but I guess there's like certain times of the year, like if you stay on Disney property, which we do when we go, we like stay at the resorts. There's so many like perks to doing.
oh, it's the way to do it, dude.
Yeah. But apparently the day you check in, you like get free admission to one of the water parks for like a certain
shit.
time
There
of
you
year.
go.
Certain times of year though, it's like off season. Like we go in like the fall.
That's my favorite. Get a big old margarita, hit the water
Yeah.
park and shit. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Start peeing in
When
the
is
pools.
I was gonna say, when would be a comfortable?
Don't even have to go use the
off-season to
restroom.
go-
Right.
We like
To
to
the
go.
water
We like to
park.
go in November. Dude, it's in Florida.
True. Never mind.
It's in Florida. It's not cold.
Never mind.
It's 70
It's always
degrees.
freaking hot.
I was gonna
We're not-
say, I remember going into October
talking
to visit
about-
her mom.
We're
and
not
it was
talking about
like,
Branson.
and it was like
Right.
83 degrees. I was like, all right, it's cool.
Outside of the parks and everything, let's back to just the movies and the characters and stuff. There was one more question I wanted. Not really necessarily a favorite character because that's so many. But what is there a character that you guys identify with the most?
GD.
Genie?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that, or just
Just because I love that movie, Aladdin. I would
so
say
he's just like your favorite character? Like
I don't know. It's like I grew up watching so many Robin Williams movies, and
yeah,
I just felt like Genie was so great.
what?
If it
Just
If it-
sound he makes.
which one? It would either have to be
Amy showing me.
because I
that
mean now
duck
that you
video
say it,
from
it
like-
either had to be it would either be Genie or Baloo.
Oh man,
That
Genie
you
or
identify
Baloo.
with?
Yeah.
I see myself as a Baloo,
I see you as a Baloo.
or maybe like a Winnie the Pooh.
No,
Pooh.
I see you as a Mufasa.
No. Why?
You're so wise. And I just could see your head in a cloud. Your head would be good in a cloud.
What about you, Greg? Do you have a character you identify with,
I like
or
Baloo.
just a Baloo?
Baloo, but
We're just a bunch of Baloos
I'm
hanging out.
like a skinny Baloo. I just love Baloo.
I do see that. I mean, you're
His
pretty laid
outlook on-
back. Yeah. I can see that.
Bare
Nate?
necessities, man.
I can't think of one. I don't know who I identify
Just
with
say
for Disney
Baloo since
movies.
we've all said.
Yeah, you know, giving it thought, Baloo is kind of how I'm coming in here.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I watched a shitload of Aladdin as a kid. You know, like I thought the Aladdin story was cool, but I can't say I
Yeah.
identified totally with that character. It's very different
Which one?
circumstances.
Aladdin.
Aladdin himself, Princess Jasmine, maybe a little bit more, but you know,
see
Aladdin
it.
himself, yeah. But that was one of my favorites. But yeah, nothing comes to mind. How about you, Rob?
Baloo.
Locking in Baloo. Or just a
Nodding
bunch of
his
Baloos.
head. Bunch of Baloos.
You know,
Joe,
I want to be Chance.
Oh,
No,
Homeward Bound.
No, Shadow.
Homeward Bound.
I'll be Shadow.
Oh wow, an incredible journey.
Oh,
Because
why
now that I
don't
think about it, because I
just
also
go
think
home.
like Thomas O'Malley.
Who was that boy that was like
O'Malley,
ripping
the
him in the
alley
hot tub?
cat.
Who was that boy that was ripping him in the hot tub in Lion King? They were singing the song, "It's a Friend Like Me," I think. No, that was Aladdin. It was in the hot tub. There was like, there was a
say hot tub
lion.
and-
There was
hot
like
tub?
that weasel, and then there was a boar. and they're chilling out in the hot tub under the sun, and this
that's
boar's like farting
Lion
up the
King.
tub.
Lion King?
That was
Lion King.
Pumbaa?
Pumbaa, yes,
Pumbaa?
Oh.
yeah, Pumbaa's a good
Oh,
character.
Warthog?
yeah. Pumbaa.
The warthog Pumbaa.
She's gonna eat me. Do you know that actor who plays Pumbaa voiced the second movie, and he even voiced Pumbaa in the TV series The Lion Guard? Because
Damn.
my son is obsessed with that right now.
That, you
The
know,
Lion Guard.
he is in Back to the Future 2.
No.
He's the guy. So we've all seen it, right?
Yes.
You never seen Back to the Future 2?
Dear
Get
God,
the fuck
just
out
go,
of here, you
go
asshole.
home.
He has. He has. So
Greg doesn't have DVDs yet.
remember.
DVD.
So remember, like the
He's still a
scene
cassette.
where Biff's in the car with his mom, and he hits him, and he runs away, and all that stuff, and then like the people run over, and the one guy goes, "I think he stole his wallet."
That's that guy?
I think he took his wallet. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure when I looked up the voice of Pumbaa, it's that guy.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, where he's like, I think he stole his wallet. I think he stole his wallet.
I think
I think he stole his wallet. Yeah, that's the
I like
guy.
it now. He's the one who said it, but he hasn't seen it.
Wait, so,
Yeah, get
so
the
how
fuck
about-
out.
Really? It's him?
Yeah.
all right, so how about this? You guys got kids. What Disney movies did you make your kids watch first? Was there something deliberate? You were like, you guys gotta watch this shit for culture, or it's just like,
Oh,
shut
yeah.
the fuck up, watch this. It's
The
cool.
Great Mouse Detective. I sat him
Great
down
Mouse
and
Detective.
made him watch that. Aladdin.
I was gonna say, I think we do that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an easier list of what we've tried to prevent him from watching, and
Yeah.
someone let him watch Frozen, and dear God, I'm tired of that fucking movie because that came out when Ava was little, and she was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Now he's obsessed with
You
it.
gotta
and
do
I'm
it
like,
all over
God
again."
damn it!
Oh, no.
And it's awful. And
My-
Moana, dear God,
Moana.
it's a good movie. I don't want to watch it fucking 30 times in 1 week.
Yeah.
That was Coco for my oldest. For
Yeah,
Jude. That was she was
dude, yeah.
every day. Coco. Coco, and then she got into Cars for a little bit. My little one was all about Frozen for a long time. Yeah, I have girls,
That's
so that's
huge, yeah.
pretty. That's all the princess stuff
Was,
really speaks to them. But
Was Madagascar Disney?
nope,
Nope.
That
Nope.
wasn't.
nope. It's DreamWorks. Get your shit together. Fuck.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that's DreamWorks, my
Okay.
guy. DreamWorks.
Yeah,
You know
because
what's-
you would definitely be
Disney will buy 'em
Sid the
soon.
Sloth if we were talking DreamWorks.
Sid
Yeah.
the Sloth. That's Ice Age.
Oh. Hey,
It's Ice
no,
Age.
wait. I beat the turtle on Finding
creator.
Nemo.
Yeah, it's DreamWorks, but
That's
it's,
DreamWorks, yeah.
You know what? You are the turtle from Finding Nemo.
oh, Crush.
Hop on, little
Crush.
dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Greg is Crush from Finding Nemo.
Give me some fin.
Yeah, right?
We didn't
Nuts.
even really talk about the
Dude.
Disney Pixar stuff, but there's a lot of good shit in there too. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Wally's probably one of the
Ah.
most important movies
Right.
because we're heading toward that.
Yeah.
We're destroying this
Eva.
fucking earth.
It's like 35 minutes. First 35 minutes, there's no words.
Yep.
It's so relaxing.
I've-
It's
Yeah.
so great.
I've said this a million times, and this will be 1,000,001, and I'll continue until I get to 2,000,000. Wall-E and Idiocracy are the two most important films everyone should watch right now
Yep.
because we're heading toward it. We're
Idiocracy-
destroying the earth, and we're getting dumber.
More like Idiocracy because that's sooner than Wall-E.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that comes first, and then we gotta leave.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And then someone's like, you know what? They have spaceships. We should go on them.
I like money.
Yeah.
I
like money.
Go away,
Yeah,
Peyton.
but if I don't actually,
interrupted me during ouch my balls.
but if I don't actually go back in time, I can't get you the money.
Yeah.
Dude.
yeah.
What's God, what is his name? Lang? Is it Jason Lang?
Jason Lang, isn't that the
From
same?
what?
Isn't that Idiocracy? The doctor? Is it Jason Lang?
Oh yeah, he's like, bro, you're talking like a tard.
Right.
You chill
He's
with
like,
that."
he goes. You know,
Oh, Justin Long.
Justin Long.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
sorry.
shit's
I'm sorry.
really fucked.
Your shit's like really fucked. And then he's like, he goes, you're retarded. It's okay because my wife, she's retarded. She's a pilot.
Yeah. It's gonna be like that many.
It's gonna be like that many dollars. So if you just get, where's your
where's your scan?
he's like, where's your barcode, man?
Oh man, we could do a
He's
whole
tagless!
episode on that movie.
Oh, he's tagless!
Absolutely. Anyway, I don't know, man. Disney.
Disney.
Disney hits
Disney.
a
I feel
lot
like
of people in
we
different
all
places.
grew up with it, man. We all grew
Oh
up.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't get the whole like Disney adult thing. People, Disney adult, Disney like
What is a movie that you didn't care for that was Disney?
that I didn't care for.
Yeah. Like an older animation movie.
Free Willy.
Dumbo.
Oh,
That's
what?
not animation.
You don't like Dumbo?
Dumbo, I didn't like.
That's
Nope.
Greg's favorite.
Get the fuck out. There's the door.
Didn't
I'd
like
say-
Dumbo. Didn't like Bambi.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Dear God.
didn't like Bambi.
I'm gonna say The Rescuers. Not The Rescuers Down Under. That's better.
Right.
The original Rescuers just okay.
Right. It's okay.
It's not. It's not one
I'm with you. I'm with Matt.
I don't like. I could never
Rescuers
watch
Down
it again.
Under.
and I'd be
I was gonna
fine.
say George C. Scott would be my favorite
George
villain.
C. Scott. Yeah, George C. Scott.
And Joanna. That's like the actual name of that lizard,
Yeah.
like the type of lizard or something.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah.
Wow.
It's its
What
name.
about you? Is there one?
I
that you
asked the question and I forgot what my...
like? what your answer was.
Hang on, circle back to me.
What was the
Don't
question?
you like?
Rob, is there?
What
a
is your least,
Disney
like...
movie you don't like?
Oh, the least.
No, not least favorite. A movie that you didn't really
not
care
Disney.
for.
Disney?
No, it's not Disney, and also fuck you for that. That's a great
What was
movie.
The first one was better.
What was it?
No way, dude.
No way.
Okay, so just so
what'd he
everybody
say?
knows, he said An American Tale 2, Fievel Goes West, which isn't Disney.
It's not Disney.
It's not Disney, but also fuck you because that's better than the first one.
No.
Are you
Oh,
kidding
there
me?
it is. There it is. I had it. I have it now.
The wait.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, that movie sucks.
Yes.
Okay, so
ding, ding,
it-
So fucking
I was
boring.
so hyped for that movie as a
Yes,
kid.
blows,
I
dude.
remember I was so hyped, and then I went and saw it in theaters. I was like, Esmeralda's the only fucking good part about this goddamn movie. Fucking eye candy. That's it. That's it. The movie was garbage.
No. The only good part of that movie was Jason Alexander as one of the fucking gargoyle
the
statues.
gargoyles.
right.
Yes, that's the only good part of that fucking movie. No, I will tell you actually. One of my friends loves that movie, and Amy had it on DVD, and we never watched it. And then, like, she couldn't find it because it was in the vault. Bless you.
Gesundheit.
You know when they did they do the Disney vault, so it was in the vault at the
Yeah.
time. And our friend Beth was like, "I can't find it. I love that movie." And we were like, "Dude, we have it. You can just have
See,
it."
okay.
It was sitting on my table, and my other friend Matt came over. He goes, "What's this doing?" And I was like, "Oh, we're giving that to Beth." And he goes, I haven't watched that in a long time. I'm like, me neither. I don't even remember liking it that much. He says, me neither. But for some reason, we decided, let's put it in and try to watch it. We put it in and we're like, this fucking blows, dude. Like, this movie sucks.
So many
I-
people. So there, I remember the reason why I asked that is there was like a rate. What was like the worst Disney movie made? And like that was basically at the top, and then the number one was Hercules, and I go, "What the fuck
Oh, no,
is
dude.
wrong
Hercules
with you
is a
people?"
classic.
Hercules
Dude,
was
get the
way
No,
fuck
better.
outta
people
here.
hated Hercules because the music wasn't like
Music's one of the best parts of the
all
fucking
great.
movie.
It's because it was a soul. It was soul
I know,
music.
I loved it.
But that's what made it.
The,
And they're like, it's
yeah.
not Greek.
The chick-
I was like,
Who gives a shit?
who gives a shit? It's fucking Disney.
The chick in that movie,
Yeah.
always reminded me.
Megara.
Of, yeah, she always
yeah.
reminded me of Shania Twain for some reason.
Yeah, she does have a Shania
She's
Twain
got a
look
Twainy
about
in her.
Yeah, I think on that
I'll
note,
put my Twainy in her.
I'll put my Twainy.
yeah, we're definitely done at that point.
But we didn't get theirs.
What?
Which one's their least?
I agree with you, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh,
He
I was-
said-
I was
he said
hating on his
Dumbo.
favorite
Yeah, he said
movies.
Dumbo.
He said
He said
Dumbo and
okay.
Bambi.
He said my
Rob-
two favorite.
I was
I
like
didn't
that.
get to click on yet.
Oh yeah, Rob said something that wasn't even Disney.
What
and it
is
made
it?
me mad.
5-0.
Hey, what about Bed Knobs and Broomsticks? Wasn't that Disney?
That's not
Pretty
animated.
sure.
That's
And,
not
Animated. Well,
live
it's
action.
partially
It's not-
animated.
Just like Mary Poppins.
Just like Mary.
Okay, those were good. I used to watch those
Herbie
back
the
in the
Love
day.
Bug?
Yeah.
Herbie. A lot of these live
Yeah, but
action
he's
ones.
talking about
I'm
like
talking about
animated.
like animation,
Oh,
like as a
animated.
kid. That you
Okay.
I think we're
watched.
focusing mostly on
didn't like.
animated.
Yeah, that you didn't like.
Didn't like.
So we're saying
You can
we're
include
saying-
Pixar in that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Something
it's-
animated that when
Disney
you were
or Disney
like as you were a kid when you watched it you were like,
Not
wow,
this again.
was bad.
I mean, Fantasia fucked with me a little bit.
because
The
when
end
I
of
went, I
Fantasia
remember
But
as
it
a
was
kid,
good.
I remember
But it
as a
was
kid
good.
watching
I was just a
Hunchback of
pussy.
Notre Dame, be like, I don't like
Snow
this.
White.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Snow White. Rob said Snow White maybe, and I do remember I had it on VHS as a kid, but I
One of my
would only
favorite.
watch the parts with the dwarfs, and then I would fast forward through everything else, and then I just turn the movie off.
Well, that makes sense.
Even so, like
makes
Hunchback
sense.
of Notre Dame, like you watched it once, and it's like,
Dude, some people were saying Steamboat Willie, and I'm like,
Dude, that's
What?
hey,
Run it back
that's in the
there.
public domain. We could put a picture of Steamboat Willie on the cover of this fucking episode and be fine and not get in trouble for copyright.
true.
right.
Sure.
That's crazy. We're getting into a time because
As
all of these
Quasimodo.
things were like fucking 100 years ago that this shit is becoming public domain now.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
damn. But
Won't be
I mean,
too long.
Steamboat
Snow
Willie, I
White
thought was
Yeah.
will be public domain.
That'll be 2037.
yeah 2037.
That's not too far off.
I mean, that's not that far off. It'll be here before you know it, I guess.
Right.
The podcasting will be
Christmas
virtual.
2037.
Now, we'll be living on the Axiom.
Isn't Snow White based on a fairy tale anyway?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say Snow
that's one of the
White,
grim
you
fairy
can
tales, I
still,
think, right?
So
Right,
the
it is.
story of Snow White is always been.
Yeah, probably.
okay,
But really, you
uh,
could use
so,
the
okay.
images. From,
Yeah, we're talking about the actual
When we
like,
were-
Disney
images.
When we were
image of
watching
it.
that clip of Snow White, so is Snow White a princess of a king?
like a daughter of a.
Isn't the Wicked Witch a stepmom?
No, you're getting it confused with Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella is a stepmom.
Cinderella had a step. wicked
then what
stepmother.
was what was she doing living at the castle? And then she had to leave.
She is a princess.
Snow White is a princess, and then she goes out into the woods. And
So
then,
she was
Because
she
she
was the
tricked
daughter
her.
of a king, and so was that her mom?
No,
No, the witch is the witch. Remember in the movie, she's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairy?
Well, I know
That's why
that.
she went after Snow White.
yeah,
I understand that, but
I don't think she's related
not-
to her though.
She's not related.
No,
But she's just she is a princess of a king, right?
Snow White. I
Yeah,
think so.
because you never.
She marries a prince.
You just see her in like fucking rags and shit, and she's cleaning and shit in the old movie.
No, you're
And then
still
Cinderella.
thinking of Cinderella.
That's Cinderella.
Oh, maybe I am.
Yeah.
She does clean, but she's not in rags. She does the
Yeah.
whistle while you work.
Yeah.
Like, let's clean up this cottage because there's 7 men living here. They didn't clean shit.
But
Pizza boxes.
wasn't she
all
cleaning?
over the
What was
place.
she doing at the well? Wasn't she cleaning at the well?
No, she was singing into it.
I thought she was.
She
doing
was like,
laundry.
Well, I mean, back then that's where you got your drinking water was from the well. So maybe she was just thirsty
True enough.
and decided to have
You
a
know
little
what?
song.
Do you think
She
that was?
wet-
Do you
wet
think
her
that?
whistle?
Wait, was that the same well from the
I could wet my
Goonies?
whistle.
Ooh.
Is that the same well from the
Ding,
Goonies?
ding, 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 ding,
Crossover.
ding, ding,
The well
ding,
in
ding.
Snow White is the well in Goonies.
Mind blown.
All right, on that note, I think we're actually done now for the day. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add about Disney?
They're
it's-
about to take over all the media.
Hey,
They are, yes.
you know what? As long as they keep putting out, like,
Equality and family.
Hey, just,
Well, just-
I'm just saying, just keep the classic
decent
classic cartoons available for me to watch.
keep them available
True.
and keep putting out at least halfway decent content. I mean, people talk shit about all the stuff that they've put out, but let's not forget that they also own Star Wars. They also own Marvel. Like, come on, man.
Please stop producing any movie that has The Rock in it.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. All right. Well, on that note, thank you everybody for listening. I'm not sure what our next episode's going to be, but we'll figure it out and we'll get back to you on the next one. Tupac lives.
Whoop whoop.